Understood.
I am immediately
Actually,
throwing
that's-
Sky under the bus.
That's actually a good way of putting it right now. Tomlin, think of it this way: Axel is usually the one at the wheel. He is not right now.
Understood.
And now Free's voice is talking out of him. Somehow.
Your characters are fine.
There's definitely nothing
Players
going
are
on.
not.
Well, I guess it's better than James Blunt, so fine.
Which concert are they at?
Apocalyptica, isn't it?
Apocalyptica, yes. Never
Yeah.
heard of them.
They're cooler, much cooler than.
I have heard one James Blunt song, and I like it, so I don't know.
Okay.
It's not a good enough sample size.
No, true. I just think the poor man wakes up every morning going, "Oh, I'm James Blunt." Okay. So, shall we begin? Is everybody leveled up?
Who else is joining?
Oh, so we are waiting for.
Tusa, Rodak?
Yeah, Tulsa. Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, also... What level should we be?
11.
Yes, I did level up then.
Can anybody hear me playing with this fidget toy in my hand?
That clinking sound, no.
Very
Okay, I will stop playing with it. To preserve the integrity of the stream. And the annoyance of my RPG player mates.
It's alright. Heard worse. Okay. So, I think let's get through my enormous intro, or as I wrote it down here, Intro 2, or Revenge of the Intro. And the others will have to catch up. And I edited the whole Sky bit out of here because she's not here. Thanks. Alrighty. Okay. So, you guys are currently in the common level. I hope you can see the map, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, you all have cards. We're all ready to go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have a card. I've seen it. I don't agree that I will accept it.
Well, we'll do something awesome and get another card.
Is it intimidating?
Okay.
I'm scared I'll intimidate it.
So, pillars of reflected light shine down into the bustling recesses of the dwarven city of Cragworth. Everywhere you look, a dwarf is busying her or his hands with work or trade or craft. Chisels click, vendors shout, lenses flash, air vents hiss, and armored legs clang. A line of elite shield dwarves march through the busy market streets. Their silver armor shines with polished brightness. Their fully dwarf-sized shields are inlaid with fine gemstones. Their axes are comparatively plain, no gleaming ornament or fine filigree, just sharp, clean, and fit for purpose. The very essence of dwarf cut. They are escorting a bewildered group of strangers through the busy streets. A construct, a monk, an elf, an undead, a cat, a dwarf, and a tiefling. To the governor, they are being led. Quick, says the captain of the guard. Let's get there before the top of the hour. Aye, says one of the subordinates. We don't want to deal with this lot with the lights out. As you leave the market district behind, so you're currently moving through the tents of various people. They're not all dwarves. This upper level's more cosmopolitan. Okay, so as you leave the market district behind, you're led through the less attractive parts of Cragworth. Here, hundreds of meters below the ground, there are slums. Houses and hovels made up of little more than discarded rubble and repurposed cloth. The people that dwell here peek out of their makeshift homes to stare at the marching guards. Their eyes shine with desperation, or perhaps it is merely the futile light of hope. As you continue, you realize that most of these vagrants, for lack of a better term, are tieflings of some description. Most seem young and female, and of dwarven stature. They're the shunned, says Avina, the dwarven lady you picked up at the bar for some reason. They have been many tiefling kids the last few decades. A curse, some say. The parents leave them here. Boys get sent down to the not so legal mines, if you know what I mean. Quiet, grumbles one of the guards. You notice figures in brown with their hoods up moving along among the vagrants, these so-called shunned, as Avina put it, handing out small morsels of food and bits of cloth. The Sisters of Hestia, she whispers. On your lead to the Great Lift. As you can see on the map, there's a big hole. I'm trusting you can see that. Okay, yes. A tall black tower stands sentinel on the one side. The guard captain waves at it. Someone on top of it waves back. More guards line a great platform. Visitors... Sorry? Yes?
Someone joined. Rodek.
Ta-da.
Hello.
Hello. It is I, myself, me.
Welcome.
Thank you. Alright, you guys, I interrupted something.
That's fine. Quick question. Did you see the drawing?
I saw the drawing. I missed the context. I didn't get a chance to watch the previous stream.
No worries.
I'm glad at least, I was properly represented.
Okay. I try.
Yeah,
All right.
Dude,
Okay.
I might frame it.
Okay. Good.
Oh crap! I didn't realize I was on Axel's toggle on the freaking text thing. Then that's what Axel's at the beginning.
Okay. Yes. So, you are led to a platform. There are more guards on the platform. The captain who's leading you there says, visitors bound for the governor's residence. Some of the guards salute. There is a burst of steam and a hiss of hydraulics as the platform jerks to life. Railings come up on all sides. Fine angular designs. Not so much for a mine lift, but for a work of art. You descend into darkness. Beneath the ground you were walking on mere moments ago. On the four corners of the lift, green crystals burst into life. You find yourselves in this green glow for a few minutes before a burst of cool air makes you flinch. Suddenly, the lift is no longer surrounded by dark rock. Your eyes adjust to a new light. Let's reveal the map. Okay, Polygon reveal.
So the lift jerked into the shaft spire. Is that what happened?
Yes. No. You're already in the city, so you're going deeper.
Also in the throat. We passed the throat into the shaft.
Yes.
Yeah, we are past this tunnel, and we're going supposedly down here.
Yes, that's it.
Down even further.
Yes.
Oh, the booty hole cave.
Yes. I know. And I realized my mistake when Megan and Alex were in the previous session.
Yes.
We're adults. All right. Yes. Anyway, your eyes adjust to new light as you look out upon the vast urban sprawl beneath you. Many dwarven settlements are carved into the sides of the vast cavern. Many freestanding buildings are constructed on the vast floor of the space. You see a large keep, larger than most castles you've seen throughout Dyrecinder. At the far end of this level, you will see it there as Moradin's knuckle. That's it. Eventually, the lift descends below the roof line and comes to a hissing, steaming rest, the platform making a deep, booming thud. Keep up, says the captain. You're led into the tangle of streets on the government level. The buildings, and by and large the people, seem better maintained here. There are fewer non-dwarves here as well. Some of them, magistrates, bank clerks, officials, judging by their attire, stop and stare as you pass. Others pointedly ignore you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. There appears to be many more guards on this level than the one above. You are led past one of the taller buildings, a sharp roof ensemble with many flags. The House of Arguments, Avina whispers. That's where they decide all the important stuff. Well, where they shout about it, at least. You're led on. You come to a large green roof building surrounded by a tall wall. Tall for a dwarf, that is. The guards here are expecting you. Golden gates of fine design, not unlike those on the lift, swing open to reveal to reveal a paved pathway to the front door of a grand house, the governor's residence. These doors too are opened by a pair of heavily armored dwarves. The hallway beyond is high-ceilinged, again for a dwarf. It is pretty normal for the likes of you lot, although Axel might need to mind his head on some chandeliers. The marble floor is carpeted in rich greens and golds. You are led past an opulent staircase. You hear the sounds of conversation and laughter drift down, as if there's a party going up somewhere up there. You are finally led to a large chamber hung with tapestries and ceremonial shields. This is more of a throne room than a room in a mansion. Some of the tapestries stir as several vents along the roof push fresh air into the space. Several stairs descend down to a raised dais where a single chair stands, darkness behind it. A pair of very armored, very dangerous-looking dwarves stand on either side of this would-be throne. Upon it, resting her chin on her fist, is a grey-haired dwarven woman. And I can show you a picture. Oh, work with me. Awkward moment of silence. Nothing is loading. Don't blue screen on me.
No, it's cool. I'm just thinking about how we went down the shaft into the building. That's So, did you mean to put the throat next to the shaft?
Yes, it did.
All right.
Right.
Okay, so you brought before this lady, and you're expecting thunder and lightning and anger, because you've just pretty much been arrested and led here. Welcome, adventurers, she said, her voice echoing across the hall. So glad we finally meet. She gestures to one of the guards, and they shake their heads and say, no magic weapons on them, Governor. They're fine.
No magic weapons on? What?
Yeah, so as far as they're concerned, you have no magic weapons on you.
Oh, okay, no, that's cool. But my fist counts as
So they
magic weapon.
didn't notice.
I don't have a packed weapon currently, I'm assuming.
I will refer you, Tomlin, to your amulet.
I mean, that's what I was assuming it was, but I didn't want to bring it up because then they're all going to hear. So I'm still not saying it so that the guards don't hear.
Yeah, just keep it a secret. Nobody will mention it. Okay.
No one will ever know.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. But you guys are armed, but they were more concerned about magical items. and you seem fine.
Just like those people
Totally
looking
fine.
for magical items. Everybody's after magical items. It's a wonderful world.
So, what brings you to our fair city, adventurers?
You were expecting us?
Well, more like we were looking for the right opportunity and the right group of people.
So this isn't about the burning tavern.
Burning Tavern. One of the guards says, were they involved?
I don't know, but I can't tell.
Well, we were there, but I wouldn't say we set the fire.
I mean, let's say if you didn't know about it, then I guess it means it wasn't us. So let's just move on and forget I mentioned anything.
Right, well, arson aside, I'm glad you've come to
There was no
Cragworth.
arson.
Right. There's an awkward moment, like, when she looks at one of the guards and like, maybe you go find out. One of the guards marches up the stairs, clanging loudly in their armor. Thank you for joining our city. I'm sad you had to be here in these dire times of burning taverns. It's not the bearded lady, is it? The tavern.
What
Yeah.
was it, the bearded lady?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, anyway, I'm so glad you're here. And, well, I see you've already acquainted yourself with one of our locals here, and she points to the dwarven lady that's been accompanying you. For no reason.
Not really. She has been following us since we arrived at the bearded lady.
Hey,
Not sure why yet.
she says, hey, I'm an honorary member. The lady with the wings said I could.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, that. Okay.
Do her rules still hold? She has abandoned us.
Well, you're definitely not the usual kind of adventurers we have through here. But anyway, thank you for being here, and I was wondering if I could trouble you with a little favor.
Well, that would depend because we are not planning to stay for long. We are heading up to the Agron Mountains.
Ah, treacherous journey that. Going by air or are you hiking?
That would depend. We are actually looking for someone who might know the way to the up to the Agron Mountains, either by underground or air.
Oh, well. By air, I hear there's some elves hanging around up on the common level who've been talking about making the trek. I don't like elves. If you could get rid of them, that would help me. But if you're looking to go down, you need a special permit. The safe way. And I, as governor of this fair dwarven city, one of the marvels of Dyrecinder, I should say, I could give you the permission you need to go down deep. That sounds unintentionally dirty. I do apologize.
It's alright.
No,
I didn't think of it
No,
that
you
way.
don't.
But what's the catch then?
Well, I have a wee little problem that I could use the help of outsiders with. How about it? Well, I have this, shall we say, good acquaintance. Wouldn't call him a friend exactly.
So you want us to kill him?
Oh, if that were possible, I'd feed him to one of my pets. I need all of you to make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
To pull up my.
Does my current state impede me at all in that front?
Sorry, just give me a
Yes.
second.
Disadvantage, please, for Axel.
Axel/free.
Yeah. Hoo.
Oh yeah, by the way, Rodak, if you didn't know, Axel's currently not at the wheel actually, and Free's voice is coming from the robot.
Yeah, I missed a lot. What happened
Yeah.
there?
It happened out of the blue. I don't know. I have no idea how it could have happened.
You know what? Life finds a way.
He sounds very much like a fraction of a presence in there. Like he is not having a good time.
Okay, so.
Sorry, I haven't done mine yet.
No worries.
My thing's been weird. There we go.
30.
Why
Okay.
is everyone else rolling with advantage?
All right. So
I'm
everybody who is over 12. So that will be Lilith and Tomlin. Yeah, Rodak, I'm going to take your first roll there. You don't have to. Why?
Where's Tomlin's roll?
I think he whispered me. He rolled a 13.
No, it's a 6.
Oh no, I accidentally whispered a 13.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rodak. Why are you rolling with advantage?
Because reasons.
Okay. No, if it's a level thing that I don't know about, like that's also fine.
But I think it's just at the top of your character sheet.
Yeah, it's
Like,
I've literally never switched it since the day we started the campaign.
Okay, no worries, but I'm taking the 6.
Okay, cool.
Lilith and Axel, you realize that in the darkness behind the chair, against the wall, there's quite a lot of cobwebs.
by Lilith and Axel, do you mean Lilith and Tomlin?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's been a long week.
Just making sure. I'm not calling you out. Just want to know whether I know this or not. I know this, understood.
I need help.
It's understandable. It's understandable. Honestly, it's been a long week.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. The relevant people.
You hear the broken voice.
Creepy. Yes, but the rest of the people who rolled over 12, you notice behind the chair in the darkness there's quite a lot of cobwebs, and she mentioned some pets. So.
Oh boy.
Figure out.
So, no, I have plenty of means to kill him myself, but unfortunately I need the bugger. His name is Gimel Farwater. He's my keeper of coin. Quite important in Cragworth, really.
Well, when you say need him, do you mean we need to bring him to you, or do
Well,
you mean like
I'm
finally, or for service?
Do we have to give up the coin? Can we keep the coins?
Well, there will be some money in it for you if that's what you're after. And you'll have my favor. Win-win. Well, he has been implicated in a ghastly murder. And the poor man can't even kill a ground beetle. So, let alone murder some rich widow. I have it on good authority that he's been framed. So, perhaps you can toddle over to where the incident happened and perhaps find out the truth of it. If he's guilty, he's guilty. I don't think he is, but if you could perhaps point me in the direction of who truly did the deed, I can avoid a political incident.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Can I try to insight check to
Yes.
see if she's hiding some facts?
Yes.
Also, out of context, this is so Baldur's Gate 3.
Is it?
I haven't reached it yet.
Wow,
Ooh.
natural 20.
Well, there we go.
Okay. Okay,
Like the one
whisper.
quest where you have to like figure out who killed the priest.
I haven't reached that part yet.
I literally just got to the city, so I don't know.
I
How,
haven't
like,
reached that budget.
I swear to God, if there's a freaking Baal cult.
I
I'm
promise
not
you, I
I'm not
promise you, I have not spoiled anything.
understood. Just
Yeah.
warning you.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I could be great though.
Act 2 is good.
ADHD
yes.
isn't.
No.
It leaves games sitting on your dashboard.
Oh,
Anyway,
you're telling me.
And
I'm supposed-
what I'm typing is anybody tried Wukong?
No.
my PC's not good
I've been
enough.
playing Astrobot though.
Is it good?
Do you own a
It's
PS5?
really good. It's yeah. It's really good. It's really good. It's
Okay.
like
Is it only on like PlayStation?
Yes. The Wukong is kicking my butt.
I'm playing Dark Souls 2 again.
Wow.
oh yeah, that's an oldie.
I love
It's
Dark
an oldie.
Yeah, it's an
From a
oldie.
very good.
I'm flashing back to the first
Meanwhile,
time.
I've recently became addicted to Stellaris.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
a tough one.
yeah, that's a great game, but I uninstalled it because I played too much.
I had to do that with Balatro during my conference time.
Oh no, I also had to uninstall that, otherwise I'll never finish anything.
Yeah, Balatro is it's like Factorio. It's just
Yes.
cocaine. It's just cocaine into your veins. Because you're like, one more anti. Yeah, sure, I can do this. I can do this round. Yeah, just a quick one, in and out. And then you end up spending like 5 hours.
The Rick and the Rick and Morty joke of let's go in and out.
Yeah.
20-minute adventure.
Our TNG session has become the video game sharing session.
Yeah. It usually devolves into that.
Okay, all good. But yeah, I would recommend Wukong if you can play it on PlayStation or if you have a supercomputer, I guess.
Yeah, my backlog is like massive. I still haven't finished Diablo 4 and I've owned it for a year.
Yeah, same.
The other day I beat Alan Wake 2.
Oh, I love that. That's great. I love that.
Yeah, but I've owned it since like November.
Oh, okay. What did you think?
Oh, I was like, okay, so I was confused, and then the ending happened, and I was like, you motherfuckers. Then I just got up and clapped.
Yes.
And now I have to do the final draft, and then I can like.
You'll see. You'll see. It's worth it.
Okay, all right. Looking forward to it.
Alrighty. So Lilith, that's what you get from that. Back from the ad break, back to the game. If you're watching this on stream later, none of these games we're mentioning sponsor us in any way.
Yeah.
Yet.
yeah.
Like, Sven, if you're watching this, I write stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends, we are ready.
Oh no! This
This
stream is sponsoring. This
Yeah.
stream is sponsoring Marcel's book.
Yes.
It's okay. No one has read it. Although some random dude in Canada read it. So I'm Canada famous.
Ooh. And it's gonna blow up. It's gonna be an underground thing. It's real. What's it called? Cult classic.
Yes. I'm hoping it's banned somewhere, because banning a book is usually...
Probably in America.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you
Yes.
have any non-binary character in it?
Not yet. No.
Okay, because that usually does it. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Does it have a non-binary character, or is it focused on the Holocaust in any way?
No, unfortunately not. But there is some anti-religion stuff in there, so I'm probably going to get in trouble with that.
No, you won't. Okay.
Okay.
You in any way support human decency?
Yes.
Acceptance.
Yes.
General, accepting of different views and people
Yes.
and religions. Okay, yeah, then they might ban you.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that shit ain't flying in the south over here.
That ain't flying.
In the south, in the southern areas, that shit ain't flying over here.
No, there's a woman in it who reads. I mean, that's it.
Oh, controversial.
Okay, sorry. Back to the game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So yes, that's what you get from it, Lilith. And
So, I'd like to ask Miss Governor.
oh, how rude of me! My name is Barna Silverborn.
I'd like to ask Miss Barna Silverbow Governor, what would happen if we went down without your permission?
Oh, you have a mighty bad time with the Deep Guard.
How strong are the Deep Guard?
Well, they're sneaky buggers, really. They work in lava, so, they're used to shit like that. We have a caravan that moves down in the deep parts of our town and out to the eastern parts of our continent. It's a safer way. Not many, shall we say, dragons live down there as there are up top. I understand there's been some trouble lately with some half-breed of some kind. Death on wings or something. I don't really like to think about places that have open air. I prefer a good roof over my head. It's a dwarf thing. But anyway, we don't like our caravans interrupted by just anyone. So, permission it is. Plus, you might fall in some lava.
Okay.
Well, what do you say? I guess you could go. It's good to have commerce and outsiders here. But if you help me out, I'll help you. I am something of a valuable ally. I am the governor of the whole city, that is.
And we do need to get to the Agrim Mountains, and going underground does seem a bit more safe with your permission.
Yes, let's all keep it amiable and friendly. Let's not piss off the Deep Guard. Their paperwork is atrocious.
Okay. Well, then.
Alright, you wishes to help this
Give-
master of coin of yours?
Give-
How exactly do you think we can help?
Well-
Investigating the crime scene, or
Indeed. Well, the guards have locked it down, waiting for my word. We can't keep it like that forever. Someone will speak, and that's not what I need right now. Well, it's over at Lady Clamor's estate. One of the guards will lead you there. Everybody's been sequestered inside, and you can question them. We need outsiders, you understand? I have many political enemies, and if I ask any of them to do it, well, there's only one conclusion they'll come to. You understand?
Well, what if they're watching us come in here so they know you've put us on the job?
Well, by the looks of you, especially that big metal fellow over there, you can look after yourselves.
Okay.
Where the Deep Guard are not concerned, that is. Have you tried winding him up? He sounds a bit broken.
I think that's just who he is now.
And you, dear, have you had too much sun?
Maybe that was the problem.
That's why I say stay indoors all your life. I mean, you might fall into the sky, you never know.
I don't think I've had that problem though. Sounds scary. Just one final question, please.
Go ahead.
You mentioned you have pets. Could I see them?
She clicks her fingers, and from the darkness, from behind the back of the chair. Why can't I think of what that's called? The back of the chair. Yes, there are these hairy fingers or limbs that drag itself over, and a large wolf spider, the size of a dwarf, emerges, its eyes glinting in the crystal light.
I greet it with a nod, and then I use my beast speech to ask it what its name is. Hey there, little buddy. What are you called?
My name is Errol.
Oh, I turn to the governor. I'm like, that's a beautiful creature you have there. Shame you couldn't think of a better name, but still, must be great.
Well, I have many. This is just the little one.
Can I give it a stroke?
Well,
Spy.
sure. Okay.
I stretch out.
Spy.
I stretch out the back of my hand, very non-threateningly, with my hand turned downwards, with my fingers not pointing at it, and I reach gently over to the leg that's closest to me and just give it a gentle little stroke upwards in the direction of the hair.
Okay, I need you to make an animal handling check with advantage because of the introduction.
Yes, my animal handling is very high.
It's fine.
It should be.
What are you saying?
Whoa!
In theory.
I am using my knowledge from a past life to remember my infatuation with creatures of all sorts.
Excellent. Okay,
I'm still on Turkish keyboard, sorry.
no problem.
Please, I want to change, okay. Roll d6. Okay, so it is
17.
a 17.
Okay, it doesn't bite you and sting you and drink your insides. It seems quite happy. It gives the giant spider equivalent of a purr.
Do I remember anything specific, or should I make my own memory?
Make your own memory. Let's see what you got.
I remember my time in the fields, going through all the creepy crawlies that everybody else found weird, and just examining them and looking at them, and then getting horrified when some of my animals that I tended to came over to eat them, but not knowing what to do and deciding not to interfere in nature.
Great.
Nature is beautiful. It's the circle of life.
Okay. Well,
That's it. I am happy to meet the spider.
well, Ivor over there, and one of the dwarves that led you here, sort of leans out from behind his dwarf-sized shield and awkwardly waves. He'll lead you over to the Clamour Estate if you're ready.
I don't
Yeah,
see
let's
why
go.
we're not. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go do this. Yeah, you know?
Alrighty.
I've always wanted to solve a murder that I didn't commit.
Lilith slowly turns to Rordak. Really now? Did you?
Can I just say something like out of character?
Yes.
Yeah?
One of my first D&D sessions, like campaigns ever, we was run by a law student, and he made a murder mystery that was so, like, it made you feel awful. I still think about it to this day because he did not reveal whether we got the right person executed or not. And
That's awful.
Okay.
I don't know where he is, so if I asked him, he'd probably say nah.
Okay, so I'm hoping to fix that.
Compelling. Just wanted to mention.
All right. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, as you guys are led out, Rodak, I forgot to mention, when you landed in town, there was a monk in cat form waiting there, and he wants to speak with you because he remembers you. His name is Landis Goldfag.
Oh.
Yes, he'll catch up with you at some point. And
Okay. Am I gonna have to kill him? I had to kill the last monk.
yes, well, no, he needs your help.
Okay, so I don't have to kill him. Alright.
So,
I mean, he called you bro.
yeah, he did call you
Your
brother.
brother.
Each other?
Yeah,
your brother.
well, you know, we come from a very fucked up monastery run by a drunkard who's also immortal. So, you know, it's a complicated relationship.
Alrighty. So, you guys are led out of the house. You still hear that party going on upstairs. You also feel a bit relieved you're not being arrested for anything, although one of the guards that go off to try and find out which bar was burning down. And you're led into the fancy dwarven neighborhood of Torag's Keep, which is helpfully indicated on the map here.
Yeah.
Okay. Also on this level, in Moradin's Forge, there's always something smoking, something burning down, and always the clang of metal on anvil. So that's always sort of in the background. But you're not smelling the smoke. There's air vents everywhere, and there's also these reflected sort of glass panels that reflect crystal light. Because when you came down the big one, the shaft spire, the shaft, at the top of the entrance had a giant crystal sort of poking out that's reflecting light into this place. Alrighty. So you're led through this fancy neighborhood. The dwarves here are very fancy. The one or two that you see are carrying axes. They look like very ceremonial sort of dress axes, nothing that's ever been used. Even the ladies in this area have very fancy beards.
Do they have access?
Yes, they do. You're led up to the sort of the wall of the chamber, which is I couldn't create on the map because it only had so many assets. So imagination. Okay. There are these stone steps cut into the side of the chamber, and then several very impressive looking, at least from their facade, houses cut into the rock. As you're going up the stairs, you pass one of them that has a statue of a tiefling outside, which is kind of weird because you've just seen some tieflings in the slums, but anyway, you keep going. And eventually you're brought up to this white marble facade. It's got golden filigree and sort of dwarven faces carved all around it. There is a ground level, or at least where the stairs end, the ground level door, but it seems to be servants only. There's a clanging of chains as a lift is lowered from the upper level to let you in. And I'm going to put you on the map. If I can find the map. Bear with. Okay, it is loading very slowly. Don't tell me that's the wrong mansion. Okay. Briefly, speak amongst yourselves while I sort out a technical difficulty.
Okay. He's only like, just because of like the situation and how fast he's been blocked here, he's kind of like loosely following the situation. But just as we're just walking around, you just hear the broken voice of your friend from the robot just go like, "What is going on? What is happening?"
How like Moria is this place?
Mine? That phrase not here. It's much fancier than Moria. It's not like Khazad-dûm in the thing. It's more fancy, much older.
Khazad-dûm is fancy.
Yeah. So this is fancier. They seem to be fully into the gems. There's crystals and gems all over the place, inlaid whenever it can be inlaid.
Ooh. Wait, how valuable is it?
Well, probably quite valuable. And the other thing is, it's got air vents everywhere. Because it's so deep, they need to pump it in everywhere. Who am I missing? I'm missing two, so there are two sort of here. Can you guys see everything? Anything?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Bear with. Okay, so you guys are hoisted up on the lift onto this balcony that frames the outside. The guard that was with you says, "I'll wait down here. I don't really deal with rich people." And, okay.
Can we ask the guard? Has anyone left this place since the murder has taken place?
So there are 2 guards waiting. Nope, they're all inside. We'll give you a list of the people, which I'm desperately trying to find.
Dwarven man, A. Dwarven woman, C.
Okay, the list is not in the thing, so I'm just gonna copy and paste from my own notes.
Ooh, I hope they don't have spoilers.
No, be careful. Ish. If it says murderer, just ignore that.
Okay.
I am
know,
watching with keen eyes. My character will not know, but I might.
I'm not genuinely checking that I didn't put them. This is the murder. Okay. So, yeah, this should be it. It shouldn't say mysterious. No, come on, Mark. Perfect. Okay, so now it should show to all players. Come on, you can do it. Don't blue screen. Okay, show to all players. Here we go. Suspects.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so just to be sure, Gimel Fairwater is the one that the guard suspects is the killer. But it's the one you're supposed to clear. The
Unless
victim,
he did it.
unless he did it, of course. The victim is. Well, let's go for it. Let's be careful what we say. So yes, the guard explains to you that this is the Clamour estate, belonging to Lady Clamour, a rich dowager and famed socialite of dwarvish society. She was found dead in a spare bedroom, which they will show you inside, sometime after midnight. The door was locked from the inside, and the staff report that nobody went in or out of the front door. That is the one you're standing at now. Or use the lift. During the course of this party. The party was last night, midnight was the murder. The guards are keeping things quiet. There's only a matter of time before it all gets out. Upon searching Farwater, they found on his person a bloody knife. So that is quite a problem. So, well, they're spread out all over the place. What is this? Okay, yes. So yes, the level below is staff only. So that's unlikely the guests are down there. But feel free, just don't let anyone out, and for Morak's sake, don't kill anyone.
We won't kill anyone. Today.
Right. Is he alright? I know a good panel beater that can get him right into shape.
That's not needed.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's just a machine controlled by
Read.
the ghost of our dead friend. But,
Oh,
you know, these things happen.
Reed,
right, of
Reed,
course.
calm down. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty.
Just a shiver.
No. Rodak is not having a good time with this.
No, he's not having a good time.
As far as you know, the robot was. Axel was just doing his thing for a bit, then the lights tripped out for a bit, and now all of a sudden this is happening.
Yeah, That's not normal. I know we've had some pretty fucked up shit happen to us, but that's not normal.
Yeah, Lilith whispers to Rordak, I think I have a theory. This might be the moment when Free was swallowed by that monster, and what we are talking to right now is his final moments in the abyss.
Lilith, that was this supposed to make me feel better? What?
No, I'm trying to explain you so you won't make up things in your goddamn mind.
What the- we are past the uncanny into straight up horrifying. You know what? Want to table this? We are. Let's do the murder. Ah,
I'm sorry to disturb you, bro.
no. You keep quiet. No. Stop that.
Okay. I can't. No.
Yeah, Roderick's just gonna storm off. Have you shown us where the body is yet?
The two of the guards look at each other like, these are the specialists the governor brought in.
My apologies. I usually better than this.
Well, whatever. Come this way. Father Waters a dead man, but whatever. Come this way. Okay, so you see this long hallway. It's not really rendering on my thing, but hopefully you guys can see the map.
Yep.
So there's a long hallway. At the end of it, there is a dining hall, but the door is currently closed. The guard says the door on your left here is left open is the spare room. There is a body on the ground in this room. So maybe if I move you along a little bit, you can see something.
Yeah, no, we see it.
Oh, see it. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you can see in this room. Firstly, the guard tells you that this was supposedly somebody's room and it got changed last minute. You'll have to ask some of the guests. I'm not quite sure. But as you can see on the body, and you see on the ground, there is indeed an old, very grey, perhaps glamorous in her day dwarf, dead. She's lying on her front. All the stab wounds are to her back.
28 stab wounds.
28.
That is fairly a few. Well, as far as we can tell, there was poison on the dagger. We got one of our corpsey dwarves in here not too long ago. Apparently, whoever did this wanted to be sure she's dead.
Okay.
Well, oh yes, the corpsey dwarf. What was her name? It doesn't matter. Anyway, she said the stabs went from right to left and went from an angle above. But I just think if you're a madman, it really doesn't matter. Also, somebody, I don't know. That's what I know. I guess you'll have to look for yourself.
Okay. Can we go inspect the scene of the murder?
Okay, if you're looking at the room, investigation check. If you're looking at the body, medicine check.
Can we do
Can
both?
Yes.
Well, okay. Before anybody does anything, who is doing an investigation check?
I was
I
just
will.
gonna do both. Okay, Lilith, yeah, sure.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
like,
Because I've been wanting. I've got something.
ooh.
So, I see Lilith is looking like she's going to investigate around, and I'm kind of feeling lost about everything. I'm kind of a bit confused, so I've decided that the best way I can help is to just encourage Lilith to investigate as well as she can. So
Ooh.
I'm going to use my new cantrip on Lilith.
Very nice.
Are you copying my spells?
No, I
I
am
also
not.
have this thing. Are you copying my
I
spell?
am not. We are both warlocks. We both saw the obviously good cantrip, and we picked the obviously good cantrip.
The Spider-Man point
What
at each
will
other.
So I pat
What
Lilith
will
on the back,
happen
and I'm
if
like,
I also cast this on myself
Can
and
we
then
stack it?
Conwyn also casts it? Do I
Does
get the
stack?
bonus double? Do I get the double twice?
Wow, I don't think there's a rule against it. I think it could double stack.
I pat Lilith on the back, and I'm like,
then I'll
you got
also
this.
cast
I believe in you.
They did not think of this one specific
Okay.
scenario.
Okay, I will say though, reading it, it is an action, and I would say investigation in this kind of thing is an action, but it is concentrating for 1 minute. So yeah, no, never mind, never. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
That's,
since
well,
it's
Lilith, you have to explain how you're touching yourself. That's part of the spell. So I pat you on the back. You still haven't said anything.
Well, I'm touching myself all the time because
Are you? This is a philosophical.
that sounds bad. Okay, that sounds bad. That sounds wrong.
You see the guard sort of awkwardly step out of the room.
Yeah, poor choice of words.
Guys, no,
What did I just say?
this is Marcel's job to walk into these obvious jokes like this.
And
It's
Megan's,
Marcel's job.
Megan and Alex are not here.
Came out of my mouth.
Alright, so
I also, since it's probably going to be relevant, like, in my current state, do I disadvantage on everything, or do
Yes.
I do specific things?
it's
Yeah.
this disadvantage, yes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you're suffering.
I'm waiting for somebody to say something specific to turn you back.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's not bad.
that was bad.
Well, at least you can't kill her again.
Okay,
let me see
Lilith,
if I
are you going to do your investigation check? Okay, and now we
Okay.
roll 2d6s.
Wow.
Roll 2d6.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's a 23.
alright.
Okay, so Lilith, you examining the body, you can see that there is a scar around her neck as if something's been ripped off. She is wearing other jewelry that's been untouched. You do see indeed the stab marks are numerous. There are 16 of them. They are
16 stab wounds.
yes, they are right
Sorry,
to
it's just a
left.
reference, sorry.
No worries. It's right to left, and it's about I was going to say 20 centimeter blade. What is centimeters and inches?
That's divided by 2.5, so that's 10. It's a 7.5 inch blade.
Thank you. And they do come from above. So even though it's all over her back, the angle's from the top.
Do we know?
So
Do we
it's
know
probably
how high
someone
above?
bigger than her.
Yes. So sorry, Rhoda.
Do we know how high above? Like, can you tell if it was done by someone of dwarven size or halfling size, or was it someone more like?
I would say with a roll of what's that 23.
3?
It is somebody taller than a dwarf. Which
That is not a very narrow margin.
Yeah, that is.
Can we get an upper bound on the height?
it's
Also,
not going to be specific because the person could have been crouching or standing on a stool.
What if the dwarf was jumping?
Exactly.
Hold on. Richard has joined us.
Welcome.
Yay, to the
I am
Investigating a
present.
murder.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
And
that
you
we
did it.
didn't commit.
And Tusa and Rodak will have to have a chat about chat.
Who's
Oh,
Chad?
yeah.
Who's Chad?
You know what? We all left paths. We all, you know, some shit's gone down, and you know, I'm a forgiving husband.
You never know, Chad might have been your boyfriend.
Well, you know,
It might have been an open polyamorous relationship.
yeah, you know, in life, you gotta explore your options. In life, you know, with the When you have an understanding partner, you
Nice.
let things happen.
The thing is, you say that, but then in combat, your options are punch and/or kick.
that is true. That is true.
Punch a
Punch,
lot.
kick, smack you with a stick,
And
or
also, punch that stuns.
that too. That too. God, that's creepy. Ah.
Oh yeah. By the way, Tusa, was Tusa here last time?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember what happened last time? Axel
Yeah.
But now this.
Yeah,
So
Rodak
this
is
is
just
what happened.
Rodak
We are
is deeply
steered.
disturbed by Axel.
Okay, guys, we are investigating murder apparently. Can somebody give me
Yeah.
the deeds on what we know so far?
Nothing. Oh, there was
Well,
victim was stabbed
We do
16
know of that.
times.
it's
And
sort of
poison.
like it's a locked
And
room mystery. So basically, is it the host of the party?
Yes, it's our house. Yes.
It's a house was murdered, and the room was found locked from the inside. No one has left yet, and the only person that's been in and out is I'm gonna say the coroner, or whatever CSI Dyrecinder is.
And
Yeah.
the reason we're doing this is because the governor of the city asked us to do it to grant us permission to pass through the area to get to the
Okay.
mountain.
Which is safer because dragons.
And
I know.
And we investigated the body so far. I would assume we started there.
No.
Yes.
We've
Not a bit.
investigated the room.
yeah.
A little bit. Oh yeah, actually, on that, what is my 15 in investigation? Tell me about the room.
Okay. So yeah, I'm still going to get to more with Lilith, but yes, Axel looking at the rest of the room. The room is not in a state. It's ready for a guest to sleep. The bed has not been slept in. There is one window over here that is openable. That you do notice there is a layer of dust on the windowsill on the inside that is undisturbed.
Can I this window?
Yes, you can. Okay, and so when you open that window, this house is mostly carved into the rock, but this area here is like a cavity behind the house, and there is another window here that's a bathroom that it looks also.
strictly. I'll be back and forth. Sorry, guys. Sorry
No-
to interrupt.
no
But if
problem.
I don't respond, it's just me trying to do dad duties while also having fun.
Oh, good.
Okay. Just
Right. Okay. This area is sort of dusty and rocky and empty. Yes. Other things on the body. She does have rings. She's got a signet ring for her house. All of that is untouched. Yes. That's as much as you're gonna get.
Yeah. Okay, he'll just look around a bit and then be like, this room is remarkably undisturbed. And there, he points at the window, like, it's connected to another window room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Sorry.
Stop that. No. That. Can I investigate the body or do I make it?
The body has been thoroughly investigated at this stage.
Okay, cool. So we know that the window connects to another room, so it's like a secret tunnel situation.
Possibly.
Do we know who's
Yeah.
in this room? Gosh, I can't double. How do you like do the thing with the
You,
thing page?
you click and hold.
Yeah. Can we like check
Yes.
what's in this room?
Yes. So
Or this room?
yeah, you can go wherever you want. So if you open this door here, it is another spare room, much smaller, perhaps for a servant. This one again, ready for guests but unoccupied.
Are there like footprints on the ground or anything?
Not that you can see. The room itself is very, very clean. The only bit of dust you saw was on the inside windowsill of this door, of this window.
The inside window. So can we tell if it's been disturbed?
It's got axle marks in it right now, but other than that, no.
Other than that, no. And what about this
Um,
bit?
though that's a fireplace. It as you look up, it's bricked up on the top. It's more
Bricked
for
up?
show. Bricked up.
Okay.
Okay. But as you sort of look here, as you looked at the axle prints in the dust, you do see a kind of mark, perhaps in a language that you don't understand, on the outside windowsill, just on the side. Perhaps someone can read it. Someone who can
Hello.
read any language.
Lilith can read it.
Okay.
It is my thing to read. After all,
Yes.
I am literary.
So, Lilith, just to
Uh,
say, I could have picked this one as well, but you see, we are different. We're not doing appraisal.
Chef, it's all right. It's all right.
I lost the thing. Where is it? Oh, it's right here.
Lilith is the literate one.
You see, you picked that. I picked being able to talk to animals.
That when we all can automatically talk with animals because things that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that.
I wasn't part of it. I don't have that.
Yeah. They weren't here, and they probably aren't under the effect of that as a result. in fact, it's been so long that I don't even remember how that happened.
I
You
do.
sort of did.
So, oh wait, no, we're reading something. Sorry.
Yeah, so Lilith can read what it says. It's just very brief. Dum dum.
I was gonna say something if there's a gap.
Yes, go for it.
Okay. So, I just want to remember, where are they keeping Gimmel?
They're keeping all the guests in the dining room. I think I forgot to say that. Excuse me,
So
I'm dying.
he's not. So he's not. Where is the list of people I closed it accidentally?
So if you go to journal,
On this.
locations, Dyrecinder,
Okay,
Cragworth, suspects.
understood. Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, if they were keeping Gimmel isolated, I was. Okay.
Okay, so you,
guys-
you have the governor's authority, so if you do, you can speak to anybody by yourself if you want.
I turned to the rest of the people there, and I just say, do you think that if we put some people inside like an isolated area and left them by themselves, do you think that they could maybe reveal something that they might not say without us around?
Highly unlikely, since they've already spent some time isolated in this dining room. So probably they won't speak unless we intervene in some way.
Okay.
But does it?
What's our stance on torture?
I would rather not be responsible for any torture of any. of
Okay,
these
fine. Enhanced interrogation.
I would rather not be responsible for the enhanced interrogation of anybody who is innocent.
My husband hasn't got his back on that one.
Yeah, just
I have a spell that, even though it hurts people, it allows me to scan their minds.
I mean, do that then.
maybe.
How about we do it when we are sure they are the guilty one, and then do it only as confirmation?
Yes.
Fine.
Well, if Axel agrees, then I think we're good to go.
Also,
Which people are we talking about? Sorry, I'm sorry, I missed out a little bit here.
There are a few suspects in the manor.
Okay, yeah, there isn't a
where did I
Sorry, go for it.
where did I found the message?
So it's on the outside windowsill. Just a small mark. The inside of this windowsill seems untouched.
What does it say?
It's written in thieves' cant. Leave open.
Does it look like a recent? Does it look like a recent marking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
then
does.
it's probably something to do with the killing.
Is,
The
and is it open? The window, was it open? Was it left open?
No,
It wasn't.
It was closed,
It was
but it
closed.
wasn't locked.
Can we smell anything in the room besides the dead body? Like any perfumes, scents?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm rolling poorly tonight, so I think that's not gonna go well. Yeah.
Ooh, the two extremes. Okay, so with 11, there is a weird sort of acidy smell, like bleach. But there's no bleach in this world, so that sort of chemical smell, it's just a hint of it.
Is that what we're assuming is the poison?
You don't know.
Can I taste it?
It's in the air, unless you mean the body.
No, I mean like the poison.
You want to do that thing of it's cocaine.
Yeah, I want to do the thing. Like, it's poison. Because we're trying to confirm if they indeed poisoned the person.
Yeah, so you'll have to use a stab wound for that exercise.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, God. Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, no, because the fuck is it? This one?
Oh shit! Yeah, okay.
No, it's not that one.
No, it's not that one.
This one.
Okay, yes. You get a weird sort of numbness to the tongue, and it's definitely been poisoned. It's a form of paralysis potion, poison. So the first stab would be strong enough to stop this person crying out.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna relay that to everyone. So it's paralysis poison. Whoever did this wanted to make sure that it was done quietly. Aside from the fact that the body is like right there, but whatever. So we're looking for someone who has in their person or in their vicinity the means to use this poison.
Knowledge.
Or knowledge. Also stop that.
Don't be rude.
No.
Could it be a two-person job?
Ooh.
Where you have somebody that did not climb through the window and kind of just uses paralysis dart from the window itself, and then once we know that the person cannot cry out anymore, someone could come in from the door and then assault away.
I will just mention that Rodak found the poison in the stab wounds.
They stabbed them in the dart wounds.
Okay, let me not direct you. Whatever you find is yours.
Real quick, can I go around and investigate
Just
the
one
room that was
moment. Just one
connected?
moment, guys.
Yes.
Oh.
He's excusing himself from.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
He wants.
Oh yeah.
I was
Alright,
expecting a amazing revelation. Some kind.
Alright, can I investigate the room that was connected from the window?
Okay.
Like this one over here.
Yeah, so what you find there is a small bathroom. I need an investigation check with disadvantage.
If I notice that my dear friend is attempting to investigate something, so I want to go over and encourage him and help him investigate it.
He needs every point you can get right now in this
Okay.
stage.
Oh,
yeah.
that is a whisper. I keep
It's okay.
whispering accidentally. I will do, and I go up to the robot and I try to reach for the shoulder, but I end up probably just getting like the upper to mid back. Because even if I'm tall, I'm not that tall. I'm like, what do you see? What do you see?
Thanks, Tom. Oh.
What do your electronic eyes see? Okay, you can roll a d6.
Right. A6.
Who needs cards? Okay, that's a 20.
Yeah, that's true.
Who needs cards? This is fine.
Every point matters.
Okay, so as you look around, there is vomit in the toilet receptacle. It hasn't been flushed. There is the sink has been used. You can also see the window here has been opened, sort of against the mechanism. It doesn't close properly anymore, but it's only a small opening now. You wouldn't get through it. I mean, the humanoids would struggle to get through it. Also, as you look around, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
That is
Oh.
not my face. It's just very much that is not my face situation.
Okay, so you're currently feeling a bit of panic because Free, you don't look like Free. Okay, and with a 10, suddenly Axel is Axel again.
Thank God. Wow.
Like all of a sudden, like, you hear like a little bit of a steam whistle, or something that sounds like it. It's like, oh dear Lord, oh, that was quite a nice rest. But where am I? Where is everyone?
Ah, Axel, buddy, dude, yes.
Ah, yes, Rodak, hello. Where have we found ourselves, Sir Rodak? What has happened?
We're investigating a murder. We don't know who did it. There's a body in the other room. Something fortune.
Axel, how have you experienced the last many hours?
Do I roll for that? Or?
No, it was sort of Windows startup noise existence.
Well, we were at the tavern with the just doing whatever, and well, I took a nap. You know, I rested, and all of a sudden we're here.
But you were walking and investigating, and you didn't seem like yourself. But
Likely just a trick of the eyes.
I hope so.
The rest of these rooms, are we currently given kind of like
Free
a
roam.
house that's nobody is here? Is it just us?
Yeah, so the owner of the house is the body. The suspects are currently being kept in the dining room, which is at the end of the hall, but all the doors are unlocked at the moment. They've tried to keep things as locked down as possible.
Did the suspects overnight in this area here?
Yes. The body was found after midnight. Sorry. Yes.
Could I inspect maybe some of the bedside tables and kind of like possessions to see the type of things that people would have brought? It feels like if somebody brings a poison, maybe they have other kind of like items that might lead
Mm-hmm.
in that direction. So I'd like to go through the bedrooms and just wherever people would keep stuff. Sort of be the either like a footlocker or bedside tables and those kind of things.
Okay, so opening this door, you can see that this is a master bedroom, probably for the lady of the house. On the bed, there are some discarded under things, male and female. The male clothes look slightly bigger than a dwarf, perhaps humanoid. You see that in the corner here, there is everybody's luggage that they brought. You see the following luggage. There is a very sort of scuffed and battered little sort of trunk suitcasey thing. It's got rock dust on it. It's got little bits of iron findings on it. Whoever had this probably lives a bit of a rougher life. There is a name tag in Dwarfish. Can you read Dwarfish? Hey, the map just came to life. I can see.
Yo.
Yoo-hoo.
Okay. Can you read Dwarfish?
I don't. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Nah, that's not on my thing.
Okay.
Why are no crimes in
Allow
Elvish?
me.
Oh, hey, welcome back, Argus. By the way, did you see what happened a little bit ago?
Yeah, Axel came back.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, oh, sorry.
So, yes, the name tag, which Lilith informs you, says I, Ramscake.
Ran?
Yes, right next to that.
ran.
Yes, right next to that is it's more of a bag of sort of silky design with it's like a light blue with a white embroidery with some gemstones in them. This one is the Ramscake one is harder to open because it's got several locks on it. This one is just a drawstring. Inside there are some tea leaves in a bundle. Excuse me, I have a cough.
Oh.
There's some tea leaves in a
Bundles coffee.
yes, the tea leaves in a bag. There's some sort of healing crystals. It's very druidy, this sort of ensemble of things here. There is also what appears to be a broken wand. There is no name tag on this one. Next is just like a leather satchel. Inside is a bottle of half-used perfume. There is a crushed flower, which Tusa you recognize as a rose of some sort, red rose, and a document which details that the owner of this bag presumably owes somebody about 10,000 gold pieces. On the inside flap of the leather bag, it says it has the word in common, Tanford. It's Tanford. Okay.
No.
And that is the suitcases at the moment.
Yeah, the type of poison that Rodak kind of identified, would there be a possibility of knowing what the source of or like what type of materials would cause such a thing? Whether it's a type of like herb, or would it be more of a chemical being put together, or is it a bit of a broad ask here?
Make a nature check for me.
Love to.
Okay,
I
so
wish I was around to give you some encouragement.
make it
I'll-
add a
I'll-
d6.
That's okay. I'll use my card on this one.
Okay.
As I think it could maybe help a suspect, narrowing the suspects. I got Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Oh,
Yeah, take the blue
Obvious.
pill.
damn it, Neil
To a
Gaiman.
23.
Damn it, Neil
23.
Gaiman, what are you doing to me?
Mm. Yeah, but we've known you're a fan since day one. So.
Yeah, but I mean, he's in trouble, and that makes me sad.
Why is Neil
Oh.
Gaiman in trouble? Sorry.
Sexual assault
Dylan.
allegations.
Yeah,
Oh my god, him too? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I know you can't have heroes anymore. Anyway,
I like
Okay.
that.
so yes, based on what Rodak told you it tasted like, imagine that conversation. So Rodak, a connoisseur of poison, of course, would go, oh, it has hints of cinnamon and this and that. Tea leaves here are tea leaves that you've used yourself. They're not poisonous in any dosage unless you drown someone in it. The perfume here looks like standard perfume, and that's way too what is the term for when something's gloopy or not gloopy?
Viscous?
Viscous.
Yeah, I was thinking something else, but yes. So the perfume is way too watery. The poison would be something sticky,
Runny.
runny. Perfumey, runny too fast. Poison, runny very slow.
I see. Well,
Okay, so that's the
Yeah.
the luggage. That is very good. But don't stop there.
I was gonna say, like, I want to go into this dining room here and just take a look around, see if I
Okay.
can see anything here, because I'm feeling Tomlin isn't the most intelligent fellow, so he wants to help, but he doesn't really know what to do, unfortunately.
Okay, inside the dining room, there is the remnants of breakfast on the table. It's busy. You see some very well dressed people. Your list of guests will be here. At the head of the table over here, as you open the door and peek in, somebody looks over to you and has a bit of a fright and then sort of recovers. It's a very well dressed dwarven man. I have a picture. Work with me, picture. He sort of, as before you come in, he sort of raises a hand and gets off his chair and approaches you. You, my good sir, you are here to investigate things. He sort of keeps his voice low and sort of ushers you back into the hallway. Correct?
Yes. Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah, yes, I'm part of the people that are investigating what's happening currently. Yes.
Yes, please make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I will do that right now. Let's see. There we go.
Okay, you're good for now. That would have been awkward.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. So he sort of pushes you back and closes the door behind him. Good to meet you. My name is Gimel Farwater, the keeper of coin here in the city.
You're the one that they say did it.
Yes, unfortunately. But do keep your voice down. I don't want the others to turn on me. It's quite tense in there.
So the others don't know about the murder?
Oh, they do.
Oh, who do they think did it?
Horrible deed.
Well, these kind of people always blame the outsiders. Perhaps let's.
Did they
see.
think I did it? I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
He sort of frowns at Tomlin and looks at Tusa like, is he quite all right?
Yeah, it's just a nervous soul. But he'll be alright. He's got a good head on himself when he's calmer.
Well, I blacked out for a while. I assume I was just taking a nap, but you never know. Perhaps I could have done it.
When I see Tusa,
What is happening?
when I see Tusa, a sudden calm washes over me, and I'm like, Tusa, can I speak just privately with you for a second?
Yeah, you may, as long as
Okay.
we can just stop incriminating ourselves. We've been here 5 minutes and 2 people of my party has nominated themselves that they did it.
All right. So my observers have been telling me an idea that they think will work to help us figure out the killer. I didn't want to do it without approval. I think it might work as well.
All right.
I don't know. You seem like the most reasonable out of everybody. I wanted to ask your permission if I could do it, please.
I tend to give permission on things that I know about. So could you maybe just give me the headlights? Like just kind of like that.
The most reasonable one out of all of the ones who fought me. He rarely says anything. If coming from him, he says it'll work. I'm sorry, but when they tell me to do stuff, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I just let it wash over me. But this time the source is credible.
I mean,
Maybe.
sure. Let's stick with a bit more of a confident answer. Let's go with the first part.
Okay.
And you know what? I've got your back.
Okay.
I roll with whatever you're rolling today.
Okay. Cool. Then I just ask that you let me do it. So I will step into this dining room and
Fireball.
can I counterspell? I've got counterspell. Do you want to?
No, I thought the best way to get the murderers to kill everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So I turn to Tusa and I say, "Thank you for trusting me," and then I shut the door behind me.
Jesus, what's happening? Okay, yes.
And I come to this like a nice section here. Like here's fine. I tell everybody in the room. So this is where all the guests are. Just confirming, right?
Yes.
And I tell everybody, okay, could you all please gather around me? I have a question to ask everybody at once, and I would like all of you to please just be close.
The guests who see the people left here is a very angry looking dwarven man, lots of beard. You know what? I'm gonna give you all the pictures quickly before you cast the thing. So
Well, you're assuming I'm casting something.
what is happening? Okay. So the angry looking dwarf. No, come on, work with me. Angry looking dwarf. There is.
Am I on the inside or the outside of this door?
I am
outside.
I am the only person in the room currently.
Sounds great.
Only
Yeah.
a sentient person.
The roguish looking human is this one. There is a lady with a staff and a sort of magically robe. Are you guys seeing?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We're seeing the wonderful fantasy people.
Okay. Because on my side everything's laggy.
That guy went through twice.
Yeah, these twins. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, did he come through twice? Okay, that's so
that
annoying.
guy
He's
did.
just using mirror image. It's alright.
Okay, Elven lady. Let's try again with this one. Lady of the blue robe. And then a sort of priestly, clericy looking woman who gives. Okay, you don't know this character, but if anybody else in the group saw them, you get John vibes.
That one looks like a Baldur's Gate 1 portrait.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Ah.
So what do you do?
So are they all gathered around me?
They're sort of yes, but they're looking kind of nervous in the face of an undead person.
I would like to just all. I've gathered you here because, as you all know, we're just looking around, asking questions, investigating, and I would like to ask you all some questions. And I thank you for your time and your patience. And as I say this, suddenly my entire appearance changes. I become the opposite of what I look like before. I turn into a visage of life and nature, green all around me. I take the very appearance of the Fae who control me, and
Whoa.
I boom in power, and I attempt to charm everybody around me, and I ask them in a very wide voice, do you know who killed the victim?
Okay. So, I just have to
Oh
check
boy.
something. What is your save DC?
My save DC, I will let you know now. So it's 15.
Thank you. Okay, so I think the elf might be okay against the, which is obviously gonna make her look guilty. It's just gonna work. Advantage. Okay, let's just see.
There's nothing I can do to boost this, right? It's all on their side.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm still new to the NP.
Okay, I am now rolling several things in secret. It looks terrible, but
I just happen to be within your 10 feet cube, so I pass.
I didn't charm you. Damn. I could have made Rodak jealous.
Oh, no,
You
you-
managed to charm someone through a door.
Through a
Okay.
door.
Yeah, no, that
She was
wouldn't
looking-
end
she was-
well.
Alright.
Through the keyhole.
So the dwarf, the very angry looking dwarf, preposterous. We all know an outsider did it. The human says, I did not kill her. I was in love with her, in sort of a robotic tone. The wait, I'm just gonna pick the order. Yeah, okay. The
So do I know whether the dwarf has been charmed or not?
you don't know. You
Is
would
there a way I can roll a dice to see whether I can determine?
inside check it, yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry, just I'm doing a lot of things. This is requiring more APM than StarCraft. So insight check. I kinda, insight check. There we go. Yeah.
You require
I wanna
more
check-
minerals. Yes. 20. Okay, the dwarf has not been charmed. This particular
nice.
dwarf. The human has been charmed.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Who was third? I've got my own little initiative order. The lady in the blue robe says, "I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about." She's not been charmed.
Okay.
The priestess of Janus, who is opposed to all things undead, says in a
I'm
deadpan
not
voice.
undead right now. I look like a fae.
I know, but in a deadpan voice. I did not kill her. I don't know who killed her. The elven lady, so that would be the lady sitting with the books, that picture. She says, don't know, do you? And as far as your inside check goes, she's not been charmed. Unfortunately, as an elf. That was, so yeah, I don't know how this is happening.
Okay, and that's everybody. You've listed. Oh, what about Gimmel?
Gimmel was outside the room.
Okay. Okay. Well, now that after that happens, I turn to all of them and say, "Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you didn't mind the questioning. My form slowly reverts to what I previously looked like. I give a little nothing comes out because there's nothing in me. And I'm like, I don't like looking like them. I don't like seeing them. I don't like feeling like them. And then I just stomp out the room.
Okay, so as you leave, you hear the angry-looking dwarf saying, "This is the worst dinner party I've ever been at."
Imagine being in a party where you're the food in the forest. Oh!
Right. And
So taps Tomlin just on the shoulder. You did well, buddy. Good job.
and you also hear the human go, "Oh, this is the second worst dinner party I've ever been at."
All right, everybody. I hope you didn't mind my little escapade.
At which point, Mr. Farwater looks at all of you and goes, "I'm in danger."
Very much, yeah, my good sir.
So, the very angry dwarf, the very angry dwarf is insistent there was an outsider, and I don't think my message got through to him that I wanted him to tell the truth. So I don't know if he's hiding anything.
Ah, Ramscake. Now he's my suspect. Why don't we go in here? And there's a little lounge here.
So yeah, I was just gonna relay all the information I learned to everybody. A human says he didn't do it, was charmed. Blue robe lady, she denied it. I didn't get through to her, so I don't know. There's a weird priest that was eyeing me shiftily when I got inside, and he seemed pretty taken by me when I did my thing. He also seemed safe. I have no clue about the elf.
You know, what exactly is the standing of the house owner? Like, what was the role of the house owner specifically? Because, I mean, you tend not to kill without gain. So who was to gain with this murder?
Well, that's a fine question, really. Lady Clamor was rich so-and-so. Sorry, I just had my Alexa speak to me. Hello?
Alexa, shut up.
Hold on.
Alexa, switch off the lights.
Can she roll for insight? Because who does she think it is?
Also, I'll ask her to roll for insight.
Alexa, who did it? Now you shut up. Yeah, it's just like I'm in a relationship. Sorry.
Sorry. I just want to ask. Nowhere in my like archfey, warlock, whatever thing does it say how long they're charmed. So if they're, I don't know, if they're still charmed, I can go in and ask what people think the possible motive is.
Yep. This is gonna be fun.
I go back in. I go right back in. I'm like, sorry, everyone, sorry. Just a couple more questions.
Oh, God.
Do you guys know why anybody would kill the victim? This time I leave the door open. I kind of motion my hand inside because the disaster that didn't happen, and I'm like, please, anybody can come listen.
It's until your next turn.
Okay, so I am not allowed to charm again.
Sorry. No problem.
But I still do what I just said. I forgot that I'm not charming them.
Okay.
I can't take that back. I've done it already.
The priestess tells you, "Be gone, undead fiend."
From across the hall, after just kind of leans into view from the doorway. Like, that's not very nice, madam.
I just leave. I'm like, sorry, I'll go.
Okay, you asked Farwater who would benefit. He said that Lady Clamor was one of the rich people here in Cragworth. She has no heirs. She has no partners. Her money was going to go to the maintenance of the halls of the dead, which some of her ancestors are in, and so all the money was going there. That didn't stop other people from bugging her to fund certain projects, and he suspects that this entire dinner party was just people coming here to basically Oscars her and win her favor.
So then,
Wasn't she the one who organized the dinner party?
No,
I mean,
I
it
was
wasn't her house.
It is her house. It's her house.
So Mr. Forward, from the guests here, who does not appreciate the halls of the dead?
Well,
Who has the biggest gripe against that specific faction?
that's hard to say, really. The Halls of the Dead are a dwarven thing. See, if I had to guess who did this, it would be Ramscake, but he's a dwarf. And, well, he has respect for the dead, like all of us. The humans and the elf, I'm not too sure about.
How good is my sense of smell?
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah. Because when I was going, like, remember there was the smell of
Yes,
poison, the SCD smell.
yes.
I just want to check, can I pick
You
that
are
up
also
from
able
any
to
of the
smell
guests?
coin.
I'm sure you can
Well, yeah,
smell.
there's that.
I'm certain you can smell quite efficiently, Master Rodak.
Hmm. So I just want to check, like, is that emanating from anyone in the room or...
Okay, so you're currently just with Farwater in the little sort of side lounge. Everybody else is in the main dining room.
Mhm.
It's hard because there's breakfast smell in the dining room at the moment. I mean, if you had a dog, maybe.
Yeah, that would have been nice. And no
Yeah.
one here speak with dead.
No.
Unfortunately not.
Ah, guys, we have 2 warlocks and no one speak with dead.
Damn it! I was ready for that.
Also, actually, freaking Marcel, do you see my thing?
Yes. But wait, I'm looking at it now.
Speak with dead. Well, there's one called Extract Knowledge that was my second choice after the big flashy move I picked for combat. So I'm sorry.
No, that's alright.
My husband, I can be the greatest fucking bloodhound of a dog if you require me to be. You can just set me on the scent, and I can definitely assist with a little smell. If you want to go that route, you do know I like a collar.
Yeah.
Please.
Not entirely taken aback is like, yes. Oh my god. Oh.
Just before I fulfill this fantasy for my dear husband, I would like to ask Fauta if he knows about who's banging between the list of the guests. Whether that would be everybody know or whether it is kept in secret. But considering the ladies and men's underwear on the bed, it's a fair assumption to say that somebody had to get undressed together.
In the main bedroom? Certainly not. That's Lady Glamour's bedroom.
Pretty sure the one guy that was charmed said that he was in love with her.
Alrighty, so now, do we know who that is?
The human guy.
Because we can then probably cross him out as a suspect.
Oh, we can do like a Cinderella thing where he tries on the underwear and then it fits.
Oh, don't do that. Okay. Well,
Yes, we can cross out the human man and the priestess of Janus, since he also seemed to be charmed by Alan's description, and she is a priestess of. What?
Nothing. I'm just reading what people type in the chat.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Well, I'm
What's going on?
nothing. We're not taking any attention to that. Farwater tells you. I'm happy to give you a rundown of the evening. Or not, I'll go back and come back.
Yeah, no, please do. Tell us everything.
As far as I know, just to check out, you're here to clear me and not to accuse me, right?
We had to find the killer.
We are here to find the truth. We are not completely sure that you are clear, but there
Well,
are people who believe that you didn't do it.
Can we take him to a side room and then like ask him?
Yeah, you are currently in the side room. You're here.
Okay,
let
so
me
no
just-
one can hear us.
Yeah, no one can hear you. Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, let me see. The evening started when I arrived at 6 o'clock sharp. I am always on time as the keeper of court. You understand? I when I got here to the lift, the elven lady, the representative of the Sale Council, Ludmilla, I think her name is, was already. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading whispers as well. Yes, that would work. The question that I'm going to answer it that way. Okay, yes. So yes, Ludmilla was already waiting here when I got here, so perhaps she got here slightly before. But Treadwell, the butler, I'm sure you'll meet him eventually, the goblin butler. It's very novel, but the rich people here like strange butlers, but he was a good fellow in good spirits. He let us up on the lift, and we went inside, and we mingled. I don't really have much to say to elves. She didn't have much to say to me, but she seemed friendly enough. But anyway, once we reached the balcony, two more guests arrived together. That would be Lady Margot and the priestess. What was her name? Lycia. Yes, they arrived together. There seemed to be some tension between the two. They didn't seem to talk to each other as the lift was raised. They did sort of look at each other. Like I had the sense that perhaps they did not enjoy each other's company. Yes, anyway, once they joined us, our fifth guest arrived. That is my least favorite person in all the universe, Ivan Ramscake, the Rune Master. He was showing off a new coat and had stupid gemstones on his stupid fat fingers. Anyway, at about 6:45, me and the other four guests assembled here in this lounge. We talked a bit, and to my surprise, I quite hit it off with the elven lady, Ludmilla. Those elves, especially those from the Sale Council, don't usually have the time of day for the likes of us lowly, ordinary dwarves. Well, perhaps I misjudged them. She was quite nice. Also, what was important at this stage, I learned that Lady Margot and the priestess, there was some mix-up about who was staying where, and somehow they were asked to share a bed, the same bedroom where the body is. Anyway, to clear this up, I valiantly rose to the occasion, and it would have been my bedroom that, and I said that one of them could stay there while somebody else, so they don't have to share a bed, you understand? Yes, that's me, chivalry. You following me still? All right. Well,
Yes.
then at roughly 8:50, our sixth guest arrived fairly tardy, if you ask me, but human chap, Jack Tanford. He said his lateness was that he was lost, apparently. Humans, or no offense to you, particularly human over there. I didn't really like him. He had a funny smell about him. Perhaps it's a human thing, but like a rotten flower is not my thing. Reminded me of open sky. Oh, excuse me, sky. Anyway, he also seemed to be dressed too casually for the likes of this kind of party, and yet he claims to be an ambassador. I do not like the fellow. I still don't like him. Anyway, at roughly 7 o'clock, 1900, Lady Clamor emerged from her room in all her splendor and glory and greeted everyone. She seemed to know Mr. Canford and Ram's Cake that Cur fairly well. She was equally familiar with Margot and Lycia, and she was quite grateful that I valiantly gave up my room. Anyway, after that, we all went to the dining room, as you've seen, and a great meal commenced. It ought to have been a great meal. We started with some candy rat kebabs, but I fear that some of the food did not quite agree with me. Excuse me.
So there was you in the bathroom.
Oh yes, indeed. At about 7:30, I was feeling kind of queasy, but Ram's Cake was already occupying the bathroom. He came back, saying that all the toilets are blocked except the one that I eventually spilled the first 2 courses into. Anyway, yes. So, at about dessert time, which was after 8 courses, at 8:38. Sorry, just a quick one.
Do I even remember the observations that I got in that room, since it technically wasn't Axel making those observations?
Yes. We'll say for this case, yes.
Sorry, guys, I have to go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
My
Thanks.
mates are like knocking me out.
Oh, sure. Thanks for coming, though.
Yeah, that's good. I hope you find the killer. And if not, there's always torture.
We will try our best.
Perfectly reasonable way to extract information, I'd say.
So, you said
Lilith
toilet
would
and one
agree
that-
with you.
Alright, cheers everyone. It was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Mr. Falk,
Yes.
Ram's Cake was quite finely dressed, and that it was quite living a lavish lifestyle. Looked like he was living a lavish lifestyle as he
Yes.
approached.
Yes.
Interesting. His possessions would say otherwise. The ones in the room.
Well, he is a poser, if you ask me. He's the wrong sort. He was after more than Lady Clamor's fortune, if you ask me. He had romantic intentions. I can speak this language.
I will speak on his behalf and say that whatever intentions he had, love guided them, not fortune seeking.
Well, anyway, as the courses progressed, when dessert was served, I was feeling quite queasy still, but it was a good dessert. Even the elven mistress, Ludmilla, said it was the best dessert she ever had. She went to personally thank the chef downstairs. Well, we all had a second helping, despite me feeling a bit queasy. Oh, it's actually returning on me slightly. Anyway, we carried on until 9 o'clock in the evening, when we had after-dinner drinks. And there was some games and chatting, dragon chess in the lounge over there, yes, in the corner. We were all here, but I had to relieve myself in the bathroom. I was in and out, so you see, I'm not entirely sure when Lady Clamor left, but when I returned here, feeling slightly more solid, it was about 10:30 in the evening. She left the lounge to retire for the evening. I was here, Lady Margot, the priestess, and Ram's Cake that Cur was here as well. As far as I know, Ludmilla was back in the kitchen, writing down the recipe of the dessert. But as far as Mr. Jack was concerned, he was nowhere to be found.
Interesting.
I stayed here most of the
Yeah.
evening, sort of sagged in this chair over here, and it all went wrong when we heard the screaming just after midnight.
If you don't mind, good sir, clarify for a brief moment which restroom was the one that you used on the night?
Okay, he'll tell you it is this one. Nope. Okay, work with me. This one.
Yes. Sir, do you know anything about the situation of the window in that room?
Indeed, I struggled to open it. It was quite stuck. I wasn't proud of what I left in the basin, shall we say. So I was hoping it would ventilate. There's a vent. I hoped, but it's just solid rock in a cavity.
Well, sure, it was probably tough because from what I saw, it was broken. It was broken because it was pushed against the mechanism instead of with it.
Oh, I do apologize. I wasn't quite feeling myself.
Can I insight this guy?
Go for it.
I will try to incite his whole story to see if there are any inconsistencies, please.
Go for it.
I'm with less restoration just to get his squeeziness off.
Thank you. I don't know
And
which.
then,
I don't know which course got me, but thank you.
Insight, god dang it.
Nice.
nice.
Okay, so
Oh, 220s.
with a 17 and a 20, you establish that he is telling the truth.
He really was just dumb.
Also, one more question. The staff, where can we find them? Because in the dining room, we only saw the guests. How about the staff?
They are downstairs in the staff quarters. I suppose one of the guards can bring them up. They've been very careful. Although, as last I heard, somebody has failed to find Treadlight the butler. But you know how goblins are.
Where's the butler did it?
But currently, personally, my biggest suspicion would be in the elf. But that could be clarified by simply asking the cook if she went down there to ask for the recipe.
Yeah.
Very well.
I will retire back to the dining room as the guards have requested. I'm sure they will send someone up.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure here. He said that until we heard the screams, right?
Yes.
What scream was he referring to? Because as I understand, the poison is enough to not let out any screams.
Yes.
Paralyzed.
Yes. That is correct. He doesn't know who screamed.
So there might have been a scuffle and someone else screamed. And then, that's the assumption that I could make. It was actually probably the scream of the killer instead. As they maybe killed the wrong person.
You're asking the right questions. Alright, so anyway.
The rooms were shuffled. They weren't supposed to sleep in that room, right?
Yeah, so where the body was found, Farwater was supposed to stay. The priestess and the sort of wizardy-looking lady were supposed to share the same room. And they didn't seem very happy about that, so the dwarf gave up this room so that they can sleep in two different rooms. And that was a last-minute change.
Since he's the keeper of coin, would the person who's owing 10,000 gold somewhere not be high on the suspect list? As if Creedon's Farwater revival was the target, then and he swapped, it could possibly have been the person owing the money.
Possibly. There's a bathroom on the right. That's my Credence Clearwater joke. Thank you very much. Nobody?
Sorry,
Come
I
on.
had to-
Anyone?
real quick. Hold it. Sorry, I just got back. I had to go do something real quick.
That's okay. That's a failed joke. Moving on. Yes, so eventually they do send up Rosie Cheerwell, the cook, who is a bright, cheery dwarven lady.
Oh.
Picture work with me. Tell me if you see it.
Yes.
Yes.
You do see it.
Well,
Cooking sucks.
she the connection's really bad. She's led into by the guards into the room. Well, I suppose you're here to tell me how to cook my food, I guess. Well,
No, nothing of the sort, madam. I'm sure your cooking was splendid on its own. I was not present, and I cannot eat.
I can't eat either, so I can't give an accurate judgment as well.
what are you going on with me then?
We
Murder?
would like to know. Gimel claimed that the elf lady, Ludmilla, went down there to thank you for the dessert and ask you for the recipe.
She did.
She do that.
Indeed, she did. It was around about. Let me just get the right time. It was around about 8:30.
Does that line up with what the other guy said?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Or does it? Da-da-da-da.
Or does
No, it does.
could be lying to us.
Yep. Yeah, she came down there, very complimentary, and then she left. And
How long did she stay for?
about 5 minutes. I had the recipe on hand, so it wasn't like a slow thing. Also, I can spell. I know my letters. I'm more than just a cook, you know.
What did you do in your previous life? Before you became a cook?
Well, my father wanted me to be a coin counter, but, that's boring. I like bringing joy to people rather than seeing them put up in the debtor's prison, which is hard to say in this accent.
Fair enough.
But, well, she's the only one who enjoyed my food. Everybody else is like, oh, this is bad. Send insults to the chef. Who does that?
A crowd with no decency of any sort.
How do you know you don't even eat? No offense.
I know I don't eat, madam, but I do know my crowd.
Is it indecent to give honest criticism? Maybe it was bad.
Well, the criticism I can take, but if you tell me you had better candied rat over in some backwater hole they call a dwarven city in the northern sides of Dyrecinder, then sure, whatever. But my
I
recipes
did
have
really
been.
like candy.
Well, I can make you some.
I can't eat it anymore. Unfortunately, the one I had as a child will have to be the last one I ever have again.
I need to get out of this town. Nobody appreciates what I can do.
I wish I could.
I
One last
appreciate your
question.
services.
One last
Dwarves,
question.
most dwarves just drink, and what can you taste when you drink? Really?
I
Anyway,
wish I could drink as well.
what's your question?
All right. It appears that everyone seems to have noticed that the butler, Red Lights, is missing. Do you
Indeed.
have any idea where he might be? Or any of your fellow staff members?
Oh, well, Maud's downstairs. She's mostly keeping the guards out of the pantry, which involves a lot of foot stomping and arm crossing and eyebrow raising. But as far as Treadlight, we're not sure. He usually operates the lift, but I haven't seen him since late last night. I can't tell you really. Butlers are sort of supposed to be slightly invisible in the background, aren't they? So, if you think it's him, though, he's not the killing type. I mean, he's got a pet bee. Who has a pet bee, for heaven's sake?
Sounds quite
That's a
wonderful.
good point. That's a good point.
I don't know what I'm going to do with the bee now, if he's gone. He didn't take his bee. He won't leave without his bee, so he must be here somewhere.
Also, Farwater said that they discovered the body by the time someone screamed. Did you also hear screaming?
Aye, that was me.
So did
Why-
you find
why did
the
you scream?
Well, you see, I got a note. The note said, "We need extra in the main bedroom." And I was like, extra what? It just said extra. So I walked with my tray. I had some sweets and some rat tails. The best, despite what Mr. Ramscake says, they are the best tails. I came up first through the kitchen trapdoor in the dining room, where nobody was. They were all sort of spread out. I went down the hall, thinking it was for the main bedroom. The door to the main bedroom was open. Nobody inside, although there were some unmentionables on the bed. But that's when I saw the other door. It was all closed, and I heard some scuffling, like somebody walking around there, all sneaky like. And I went to look through the keyhole, which is not something I normally do. And as if anybody else asks you if I look through keyholes, I'll deny it. But on this occasion, I thought looking through the keyhole, now that's what I have to do. I looked through the keyhole and I saw a body on the ground, and it was my mistress. She's the best mistress I've ever had. She doesn't complain about my candied rat, just so you know. But then I saw her and I dropped me tray and I screamed. That's what I told people. Wasn't me.
See. Thank you.
Is this a here in the room a little chimney?
Yes.
Did we inspect the chimney for any
Not this particular
for
one.
any action?
You can make an investigation check. You've not really checked this
Yes,
room.
sir.
Did anyone leave the restrooms as you were approaching that room?
Indeed, in this first restroom, there was a dwarf making an awful racket, wrenching his guts out.
What about the one with the What about the one with the window?
That's the one. This one.
Oh yes.
All the others are bunged up. It's something terrible. Either someone managed to pass, and I mean through their guts, a whole bunch of rats, or they were deliberately placed in each of the other bathrooms. Even the mistress's bathroom is bunged up. It's like somebody wanted to make sure that one bathroom was used.
Well, the window and the window into that room are indeed connected. One could theoretically climb through.
I guess so. I'm not here to investigate. I'm not the one crawling through windows, really. I'm just here to, turn on the pots and stir things and listen to complaints about bloody dwarves who think they're better than anyone.
But you did find the body, and
Right.
we appreciate the cooperation.
Thank you. Can I go now? Can I send you up anything?
You could send Maud, the head housekeeper.
Oh, but don't eat her. I mean, would you like something to eat?
Some kale trees, candied kale.
What the hell's wrong with you? We don't serve that here. We serve food.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep them. Thanks. I'll trust that you are the best cook this side of Dyrecinder.
All right, and she goes off, and she's going to get fed more. So, firstly, Tusa, looking around the room, there is a dragon chess set. It looks like at the end of the game, the king is down on the black side. Whoever played is finished. The room has sort of been occupied. It sort of shows There's discarded glasses here and there. The fireplace itself has been burning since last night. It's got low embers, and with a 23 investigation, you see that there is something burnt, like a corner of a page. A message has been burnt in there recently, but the corner, unfortunately, does not show. It doesn't have the killer's name on it or anything. It's just a blank corner. It is fine, slightly. How should we put it? It's not just rough parchment. It would have been from a
More of a refined
yeah.
binder.
Yeah, you probably, if you had the whole page, it would have even been perfumed or something. But it does look like it would have been for a letter, not a document, but a letter of some kind. And it's too far burned to see anything else. All right, so this is what you have at the moment. I think it's getting pretty late right now. So I'm going to pause it right here. We'll get to Maud and everybody else soon. You still have some information. I would say the timeline is important. You guys are free to discuss theories in RP, because RP's been sadly quiet for a while. So
Yeah, only me and the tieflings have used it.
yes.
Yeah, I have been swamped with work. Sorry, guys. This is the
worries.
first time that I get a little bit of opportunity to have some fun. So yeah.
No worries. I mean, I'm kind of shattered, so I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I hope it's okay. There is a solution. You guys are close to the solution, I think.
Oh,
Why are you shattered?
It was a long week. Plus our TV blew up
I
today.
see. I know. I thought you were saying it in the sense that like our progress was shattering you, like we're disappointing you.
No. You're doing.
Okay.
But are you guys enjoying it, or would you rather just fight a monster right now? I don't know.
It's
I'd
great.
like to
It's
change
fun.
up. It's nice.
It's making me genuinely regret not taking the extract knowledge thing instead of the cool flashy combat skill I picked up.
Yeah, I will
Like-
say the charmy thing you did was pretty cool. But
I don't know
now,
how useful it was.
yeah, and now I don't know if I muddied the water, because some of the elf is like immune, and then like this person had a really good roll. So I don't know.
I mean, you gotta try what you gotta try.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Is you go in, see who resists, who doesn't, then just
Yeah.
narrow it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent way too much time on this. This is like a 30-page adventure sort of thing. You know.
So, like, if I can like talk for real for a sec,
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like I don't know cocky or something. I don't, because I'm not good. I haven't played a lot of TTRPGs before. Like, I've only played a couple, like one shots and like one decent campaign. I don't know how to play a dumb character. So sometimes I'm like, I think I have an idea, but I don't think my character would have it. So how do I go about the way of putting that thing into practice without going against the stats I put for my guy?
I'm
That's
kind
challenging.
of the opposite.
I think the reckless moves that you did earlier was good, or like doing something that still would leave you to kind of go down that path, but add some risk for your character to do it. So it's not like just a clear revelation, but some kind of like, risk.
That's why I'm just encouraging my smarter friends, and also sometimes when the more reasonable voices suggest something, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I kind of have like an opposite problem. Like, I'm not smart enough for something. Because it's like I looked at my kit and I realized, oh, I can do something with this. Then I tried thinking, I'm like, man, the character probably think of something, but I'm not smart enough right now to think of anything useful.
You guys are getting there.
And again, I am scarred from that one murder mystery.
Okay,
In a good way, it was amazing.
I need to ask though, is this worse or better? Be honest.
It's in a completely different genre. I can't compare it. They're both
Okay.
fun. It's like it's like trying to compare like Sherlock Holmes to a Columbo.
I love
I did-
Columbo.
Yeah, I love Columbo.
I did.
too.
I did have a slight thought, like in my mind, I was a joke coalesced in my mind when I saw the outline of the situation where I was like, Marcel, you've seen us before. How can you trust us to do a murder mystery?
You know, that's what Meg told me when I told her this was happening.
Oh no.
like you've seen us go about situations not exactly like this, but vaguely similar to this before about either suspecting or trusting people. How do you trust them? At this point, like I wouldn't trust ourselves to be able to do a murder mystery without like suspecting the wrong person.
Oh, it's coming. I will say that the person who was most valuable in this, and I won't say why, at this moment, we're not at the end of the investigation yet, is Lilith.
The literate one.
It's a clue.
If I can, I wanted to add on because you asked whether it was like better or worse. I can give you a detail of how that one was like if you want.
Go for it.
We went to a town which is kind of mistrusting of outsiders, not hostile, but And we spent a night in the tavern, and when we woke up, there was a dead woman in our room. And then the guard came and saw the dead woman, blamed our whole party for it,
Wow.
and then said basically we have to investigate and find the real killer. If we can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the killer was somebody else, to the forgot what it was, the mayor or the sheriff or the leader of the guard, then we'll get off the hook. If we don't, we all get hanged.
Wow.
And
Excellent.
We narrowed it down as far as we could tell. It was most likely the sister of the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And the guards captain was convinced. We were convinced. She looked miserable and sad and cried all the way to the hangman, to the noose and the gallows. And then she just kept looking forlorn and miserable. So we kept doubting ourselves until the last moment where she was hanging, and they were like, "Well, too late." And we left the DM's house feeling god awful. It was like, to this day I don't know if we were right or wrong. I don't think it was right or wrong. And the DM said, "This is what happened." He said himself, "This is what happens when you give a law student a murder mystery." I don't think he'll ever reveal the true things. I don't think it exists.
Interesting.
Pick somebody. I feel haunted for this random fantasy NPC's death to this day.
Sounds
you're
pretty
totally
excellent.
guilty.
That sounds very excellent.
Again, as I said, it's more of a Columbo versus Glass Onion.
Just one more thing.
There's one more thing.
I am a massive fan of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, the board game. You don't have dice or
You
anything.
told me about it.
Yeah, it's just solve it. Oh, sorry. I hope this is good.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I had a moment, like,
Mm.
probably to the point where I probably missed what some of the information disclosed to us was, because I was just hardcore focusing, trying to think of anything. But, like, Marcel, at one point, I just looked up, like, the 2 spells that thing I asked you about would let me do. And I was just staring at these 2 spell descriptions being like, what the fuck can I do with these? And, like, I could feel, crap, this is where my lack of intelligence is fighting me.
I think augury could be very interesting, but it might give you answers beyond the murder mystery, though.
Yeah.
If the guy that was in love with her ends up doing it, I'm gonna never trust anybody in my life. That guy, I was like, when they said it that way, I was like, I trust this man. He's heartbroken. He's forlorn. He's stricken with grief. I can't accept he would do anything to harm her.
Also, I guess minor clarification. Would that allow only one singular question or a few?
I think it's one question. I think.
With what?
That with the thing that I looked at, I asked about in whispers, but like that's what was tripping me up mostly. I was like looking at the thing, and I was like, Crap, if I only have one shot, I'm trying to think of like the one clever question here.
Well, I would say if you guys ever write a murder mystery, trying to factor in the fact that people can use magic to kind of cheat some things is a headache. But
I mean, that's the fun part.
that is the fun part. But so I try to allow for that. So
And we solve this thing tomorrow because then I can use divination.
yeah, well, I was kind of hoping for a speak with Dead, but I think you guys kind of figured with the stabs being in the back, this person didn't see who stabbed her.
I would have, if I had speak with that, I would have gone up and been like, "Who killed you?" Gotten no answer, and then been like, "I guess it was suicide."
Well, in my experience, right, speak with Dead always goes like it does in the D&D movie.
I haven't watched the D&D movie yet.
I've seen that clip. I haven't seen the movie, but
I've seen that clip.
I want to watch it, yeah.
Oh, by the way, the movie's not bad. It's got lots of...
I've heard it was
lore.
amazing.
Yeah.
Not just not bad, yeah.
It's great. Yeah. So there's something carried away. I'm going to go sleep now. But
alright.
thanks, guys. There's more to come. You guys can make theories and whatever. There's lots more information. And did the butler do it, or what happened to the butler?
Butler never does it.
I know. That's what Monsieur Poirot would say.
Oh wait, I
Just
just
a red
finished
herring
playing.
clause.
Oh my god, I just had a
Wait.
thought.
Yes.
I finished playing Disco Elysium recently, so I have to make this joke. Perhaps, maybe, consider the possibility that communism killed her.
Yeah. No, if I'm
The
if
communism then.
That poison sickle, man.
if I write that communism is never the culprit, it's more likely the answer.
The closest thing in Dyrecinder, the closest thing to communism that there's in Dyrecinder is the Union of Laborers
Yes.
here in other factions.
Have you, Marcel, have you watched the, what's it called, the Knives Out movies?
Yes. I had
Yeah.
that as well.
So I'm waiting. Next one's coming out next year. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah,
the nice question.
it's a movie in which you see Daniel Craig actually having fun rather than Bond, where he feels like I want this to be over. I don't know.
See, that I have not watched a single Bond movie, but I have listened to the entirety of a podcast reviewing every Bond movie. So I only know about it through comedy podcast format, and it sounds like he's fucking miserable all the time.
Yeah, and pretty much poor Daniel Craig. Yeah, better to have Sean Connery. All right, guys.
Cheers,
Good
people.
night. Thank you
night.
very much.